Here we go.
So they tweaked the game, and when I first saw it running, somebody was capturing footage in the office. I'm like, oh, what's that? It actually looked better than I thought it would.
It looks really good.
I didn't immediately recognize it, and I didn't think it was going to be visually upgraded like that. So they obviously worked at that, but did they fix some of the kind of outdated menu systems, the kind of annoyances?
Like, this is classic Monster Hunter. This game originally came out in Japan in 2016, I think. Mm-hmm. It's old. It was developed way before Monster Hunter World was. It is all the old styles. I was honestly kind of dreading relearning the old style of Monster Hunter, to be completely honest.
After Monster Hunter World.
After Monster Hunter World,
a lot of that.
yeah, which had a ton. It had more than 45 quality of life improvements. Like it was so different and a lot better in a lot of ways. But I got used to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate very quickly again, and it's awesome because there are so many monsters in this game. You will never get bored. I mean, so Monster Hunter World has 33 monsters. This one has more than 90.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So you
awesome.
don't fight the same monster twice unless you really want to.
I saw some pushback on the general review consensus on this game because it is not necessarily being judged entirely by its own merits, but also being judged against what the franchise iterated on and improved on in the future. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's fair?
That it's being compared to Monster Hunter World?
Yeah.
I don't really think it is. I think it should be judged entirely as a standalone thing. I mean, I guess it's fair to compare, but I don't think it should affect the overall score.
Right, I think there's value in having that information. So like for me, I came in with Monster Hunter World and I'm expecting to play something similar to that, but also having known what Monster Hunter was before that, like I had tempered my expectations and be like, okay, well, are these things that I need to get used to because that's just how it is in this one. So I think if you're not prepared going into that, like that's really valuable information, but I don't know if that's necessarily what you'd hold it up to for review. As for me personally, as a reviewer, what I would do.
No, totally. It's kind of like judging that Mario has fall damage in Donkey Kong and then he doesn't in Mario.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's just how they did it before,
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Isn't that weird?
What a wimp. Like,
He got stronger.
Yeah.
He had a lot of mushrooms and pasta and stuff. We could talk about that later.
We'll talk about Mario's mushroom enhancements later, but I've been asked a lot, is Ultimate a good Monster Hunter to get started with? Or will people like it if World was their first? Generations Ultimate is a lot more difficult to get into, especially if you're playing by yourself with no one who has played before, because it doesn't do a really great job at explaining exactly what to do or what you can do.
Is there a guide for that, though?
So there is a guide for that. You should go on Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Wiki on IGN.com, where we have a ton of what to do first.
Who wrote that one?
Tell you. So actually, one of our freelancers, Clayton, wrote a lot of that, and then
you
we
looked so
also
guilty for a second.
I know, I
thought
feel
you did
guilty. I've been gone for the last week,
busy.
but I trust him because I play Monster Hunter with him, and he helped me beat the behemoth. And for those of you who know that means he's pretty good.
Oh, I remember my days when I beat the behemoth.
No, man, the behemoth in Monster Hunter World is terrible.
Sounds awful. I take all that back. You're saying it's better to start with Monster Hunter World than this one. Can you go back after Monster Hunter World and play this, or will you be so annoyed?
I thought I would be really annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm not. I got back used to it. I love it. I just picked up my old weapon that I used to use in the older Monster Hunters, which is the Greatsword, and I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun. All I want to do is play Monster Hunter. I was actually really afraid. So my boyfriend's first Monster Hunter was World. I was afraid he would not want to play this game with me, that he was going to pick it up and be like, this is terrible. This isn't like World. The quality of life isn't there. And he was going to be upset about it. And he just got into it and got used to it, like no problem, and really likes it. So yeah.
As also someone who kind of did that, I think I'm more excited about it because I know there are going to be changes and like some that will make it harder, but I'm prepared because I think I had a good foundation with World.
Yes.
Like now I've learned all these things that have helped me get into this universe and understand like weaknesses of certain monsters. I can go in and find even more monsters. And so I think that's exciting. And also it's mobile, so.
Yeah. And I think that is a really great way to go about it. Yeah. So if you start with World like Miranda did, you will have a foundation, and then Generations Ultimate just kind of like makes it a little bit more difficult and has a little bit more systems. But because you have a base foundation, you'll be pretty good at it already.
Yeah. And to be fair, the guy who does give you tutorials is really funny. Yeah. It's actually written really well. I was surprised. So
the localization is awesome and it's hilarious. I love it. Lots of cat puns.